Hi guys, and welcome back on this amazing Saturday. Bitcoin is right now facing here a short-term resistance, and the question is, will we finally overcome this and go into higher prices, or will we see here a rejection, one last rejection in my opinion, before we can finally return above $52,000. But this is not the main topic of today's video. There are certain protocols right now, they're going absolutely crazy since yesterday evening for a really specific reason. And I'm gonna show you which projects are pumping because of this news event and which altcoins might be the next ones to pump afterwards in this rotation. If you want to know where we can make a shit ton of money in the next coming days, then definitely stick around here. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, like this video, and also activate the bell so that you will never miss out on these really important updates. And now let me tell you what I see here for Bitcoin right now. So as I just said here on the 1 hourly chart, Bitcoin is still kind of like here in a consolidation phase here on the 1 hourly chart. So you can see this here, this whole area is just a big consolidation phase. We are facing right now here imminent resistance that appeared yesterday all the way up here at $51,200 approximately. And once we're breaking through that, we are facing more or less immediately afterwards another resistance at $51,450, and then it goes up to like $52,000. Here on the 1 hourly chart, when I look here at the stochastic RSI, that one is suggesting that we should see a small rejection from here, like a small correction, potentially back to like 50,800, maybe even a little bit lower, 50,500. I'm going to show you again why 50,500 is really important to watch here in the next coming days. But the higher time frames are suggesting that we have potentially bottomed out already. That doesn't mean that we can short-lived not see a quick sweep here to the downside before we then continue upwards. But that is, of course, just a blip, you know, so for me. So if we get that sweep to the downside, it will be a good opportunity and more or less your last opportunity to get a really good long entry before Bitcoin gets sent into higher price levels here. When we're looking at liquidation levels, here you see one of the reasons why I believe that a sweep could take us down to like $50,500, $50,000, because we have here some over leveraged long positions here again. And yeah, this will only change if Bitcoin can break here this downward sloping trend line on the 4 hourly chart. So here the top of that is around $51,600. So if we go a little bit further, it's $50,500 like by tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, just a little bit later than now, like 5 hours later. To the upside, we also see here massively shorts piling up. And here is the other reason why I believe that afterwards we pump directly to the upside. So what could happen is sweep to the downside just to take out here the over leveraged longs, bounce to the upside, take out all the liquidity here to the upside, push here in direction of $55,000, $56,000, maybe even 58, roll over, and then start taking out downside liquidity to around like $45,000. On the liquidation heat map, you're going to see here the other reason why $50,500 is such important level right now, because here are huge long liquidations are stacked. You see here almost $300 million, $272 million, almost $273 million worth of short liquidations are stacked up here. Above us, the next bigger level would be 51,567. Either we push here into this level first and then potentially get the sweep to the downside, or we are sweeping first down and then go to the upside. So either way is fine for me, but I really would like to see that sweep here to $50,500 and then a bounce back to the upside. So if Bitcoin for whatever reason continues, goes first to the upside and just rips to like 52, 53 and even higher, for that, I have, of course, also a plan already outlaid for myself that I'm going to share now with you, what I'm going to do here. When we are looking at the 12-hourly chart, again, we get beautifully supported from the EMA ribbon. Here, what I would like to see is that we are closing above the EMA ribbon here, about that string. So we are slightly above it right now. So if we can close this 12-hourly candle in an hour as it is, that would be amazing. And then see follow through with the next candle into that resistance here of $52,400, $500 approximately. You see also something else here, what I was pointing out already yesterday. What I was expecting to be happening is that we see here a lighter red candle on the MACD. That means selling pressure is fading out, and also the stochastic RSI is about to get a buy signal that I was expecting, as I mentioned yesterday. So, and the RSI is also here getting the uptick. Remember, I told you yesterday, it was looking like that we are about to get this small uptick. Now we see it clearly, and I just want to see some follow through here. On the daily chart, things look a little bit different. Here we are still under that resistance of $51,400. Remember, on the other chart, wait, which one was it? This one here. See, here's that resistance block. That is more or less coinciding with this. You see here, like with this one here. So, and I want Bitcoin to come up here and reclaim that level by today or tomorrow. Worst case Monday, I want to see the reclaim of that, because then we can just say, okay, it was not even a higher low, so because the next higher low would be here, only in terms of closed candle bodies, I would consider this a higher low. But for a higher low, we need also the continuation here. So, so if we would put in here a higher low, then it is really, really highly likely that we are going to put in a higher high, which would bring us above $53,000. Here on this chart, again, my long and short entries have not changed. My one long entry is here around $50,600. And to the upside, if we break resistance, $52,300. These are good long entries, and you can also open a head short here at 50,600 just in case that we are breaking further to the downside. But here you see everything on the 4-hourly chart in terms of indicators is heavily pointing to the upside. Stochastic RSI shooting to the upside, MACD about to flip green here. RSI going a little bit sideways because we are facing imminent resistance, but this can also change really quickly. And I want to show you something else, and that is that Bitcoin is also putting in a potential bull flag here. Let's be conservative with it, because here was a red candle. So if we measure it like this, and let's say we break out on not Wednesday, actually Monday. So here by Monday, we are looking at close of a target of $60,000. So I think it is quite optimistic to have such a high target. I might reconsider this and put here another line in it. So I just have to make sure that it's longer. No, actually, yeah. No, this is the target, guys. So around $60,000. It doesn't mean that we have to get it, so but it's a target. So if we are breaking here above $51,800 or $52,000 more or less, here in terms of the bull flag, that could be also an entry for you. And then I just would have here a tight stop loss. I will make here my stop loss, $51,333. And let's say I think realistically $57,800. There's also a Fibonacci level, might be here a good technical target. So of course, if you want to extrapolate it here, so technically we are looking at 14.54% to the upside against 1.4 to the downside. So this is a 1 to 10 risk to reward ratio. This is something that I take every single day, guys, a trade like that. When there's such a big reward looming. So, but again, I believe that we are not reaching 60K in that upwards move. I would expect like close to 58, which would put us around 11%, but still, imagine you trade this with 20x, this is 220% on a Bitcoin position. That is a really, really good profit that we can bank here. So definitely something that you should keep watching for the time being. Then here on the weekly chart, here, I only would like to see the weekly candle to be closed again above the golden ratio here. As long as we are staying above the golden ratio, and next week's candle is moving here back to the upside. For me, everything is fine. And here you see the 0.786 is here. That's what I meant, you know, $57,500 more or less, you know. That is for me the most reasonable target if Bitcoin starts turning around and breaking into higher prices. And don't forget, guys, if you want to trade these kind of trades with me anywhere, do it on BYBIT. You still get $30,000 if you use these links here below. Definitely make use of them. It supports the channel. And something else here, I'm having a new sponsor called Margex. There you can copy trade me without any KYC. And something special about it, I just want to mention it again here, as I did yesterday. I'm basically acting there as a fund manager. So if you have funds on your copy trading account, it's not like that you're just copy the trades that I'm doing. No, it's like I'm executing the trades on your account and get a profit share of it for doing so. So the execution is much, much better than on the copy trading and a traditional copy trading platform where you try to catch the same trade that I'm taking. And it copies that on all the traders that are following me, you know. So here I'm actually executing the trade at the same time gets executed for everybody else on at the same price. You know, it's not like that you try to chase with your account what I'm doing. No, it's executing everywhere at the same price, and it's like yeah. So it's just so much better, you know, so than anything else that I've seen. I would actually see other exchanges follow Margex to do something like that. I saw some people asking me how they can find me. So I have first to transfer some money here to Margex and create a strategy, you know. So in the strategy name is what you will find, you know. So I will call it AMCrypto. That's how you will find it. But only put money in a strategy called AMCrypto if I had confirmed it on Telegram, Discord, and also here on YouTube. As long as I'm not confirming that I have that strategy set up, don't go and follow any other AMCrypto strategy on Margex. You know, it might be an imposter and tries to basically liquidate your account or something. So wait for the confirmation from me. So, and otherwise, if you don't mind and you like traditional copy trading, then go to FAIRDESK. You still get $120,000 in bonuses, or on BITGET if you're looking for a debit card. So I'm using crypto debit cards all the time. They're amazing, guys. I also just paid yesterday for my table in a beach club with my BYBIT card. You know, go to my Instagram if you want to see what I'm doing besides trading all the time. So yeah, all these links are here in the pinned comment and in the description below, and supporting the channel. So I would highly appreciate if you make use of them. So now let me talk about something, what actually happened yesterday, just after we are finishing off here with the Bitcoin dominance. So the Bitcoin dominance is dropping. Again, guys, I was hoping that this is going to happen yesterday. So here, now that we're dropping, I would like to see some continuation to around 52.2%, and then again some consolidation. So which means some altcoins are going to bleed in that time and have a retracement. That's fine, and then another big move to like 51 or even below 51% on altcoins, and that could be actually the small altcoin season in the pre-halving run-up that we might get here, you know. So I would really like to see something like this over the next 2-3 weeks, and for now signs are looking really, really good for that. Then the total crypto market cap, if we can close this candle as it is, I'm absolutely fine with that. If once we are seeing then next week's candle pushing to the upside, it would confirm a continuation pattern. But guys, remember, if we get here to $2 to $2.5 trillion, I will adjust all my stop losses on all my positions and put them higher in profits and make them quite tight. Because I believe from that level onwards, if we are not ripping through this like a hot knife through butter, then we are going to see a rejection and we'll come back to like 1.8. So I want you to be aware of that. So of course, if we are moving from here now to the upside, we will have also at 1.92 some support. So, but if we lose that level, if we can flip it here first, then $1.8 trillion. So, and that could be a severe sell-off in the altcoin market. So that's why I will be quite cautious here around $2 trillion. One of the reasons why some of the altcoins are pumping, and also Ethereum, is because of a news event that happened yesterday. So you see here, Ethereum is around $2,957 right now here on the daily. It wants already to turn around here again a little bit. So if we see here, let's say if we can reclaim $3,000, most likely by Tuesday, we would turn around here and continue this uptrend for Ethereum. If not, and we lose the Monday low here at 2,846, then I think that we come back to like $2,700, which will give us another great opportunity to buy the dip and to add to our positions here. That most of you should have already running, like me, you know. So, and then the next level where you can look for longs, if you want to have a safe long and we are not getting a correction, we pump higher, would be above the Monday high at around $3,000. So that would be my next long entry on Ethereum. There's not much else to say about Ethereum for the time being, besides the fact that Ethereum got a little bit spillover from what was actually happening yesterday. So now let me tell you what happened yesterday. Yesterday, I looked at my phone while I was partying with some other crypto friends like Coach K and Diddy and whoever was also there. Uniswap made a governance proposal to change something in their protocol. So, and here you see one of the governance lead here on Uniswap posted, I just proposed a large-scale upgrade to the system. Specifically, I believe we should upgrade the protocol so that its fee mechanism rewards Uni token holders that have staked and delegated their tokens. So what does that mean? First of all, that means people that are staking might get an airdrop, and they will also get staking rewards for doing so. So you will not just collect fees anymore as you did before by providing liquidity to the platform. If you stake your Uniswap tokens, you will actually get directly staking rewards. And based on this post, Uniswap was pumping by over 60% within like, I think less than an hour or two. So it was insane. I saw it around like 30%, 40%. And I was like, oh, should I still enter this? You know, and then I scalped it really quick, 5 minutes, and I paid for the table yesterday. So that was a nice trade. So, and you can also see it when you go to DeFi Llama that here the TVL, so the total value locked on Ethereum, spiked here in the recent days a little bit. And also on Uniswap, it picked up here yesterday, you know. So they added just overnight $40 million in total value locked. So that is a lot. So if you divide this by the pre-pump Uniswap price, you know, which was $7, $40 million divided by 7, then you see how much money they actually pumped into this, you know. So that is, let's make it around 42, you know, so it's easier to divide. So that is 6 million Uniswap tokens that they locked up yesterday based on that. So of course it's a little bit less because the price went up and people kept buying like crazy, you know. So but let it be 4 million, you know, 4 million tokens only yesterday got added to their staking, you know. So this is insane, and that led to a whole DeFi craze between yesterday and today. So there were some laggers that pumped today, and I'm going to show you which coins that actually are that benefited from it. So you see it here on the spaghetti chart. For example, Sushi is one of them, because it's also a DEX, you know. Here 22% almost, DYDX pumping like crazy, 1 inch, AVI, a curve, you know. Also here on this spaghetti chart, you see a little bit better here, YFI, DYDX, GMX, LDO, Uniswap, you know. So they are all outperforming Bitcoin here like crazy right now. So when we're going then into these protocols, you see here Lido is finally pumping here. I was quite frustrated because I have a big trade on LDO since like for over a month, you know. So my average price is $3.20. So you see what kind of ride I had here, you know, in between. So but finally we are moving again to the upside. We broke here this downward sloping resistance line. If you're looking for a trade on LDO, I will not be entering now. I would wait for a retracement on the shorter time frames, and I'm going to show you a strategy that I'm using when I see something here on like a shorter time frame, like the 4-hourly time frame, being heavily overbought here, because you see a MACD going crazy, stochastic at the top, RSI spiking, you know. So when you see something like this, you don't want to enter this at these levels. Of course, it can just keep going, you know, but the risk is just not worth it. And I'm going to show you by the end of the video a strategy that I'm using to get into these coins at good levels that we can take advantage of. So so here then, so you see here with Uniswap what I meant, you know, looking at this God candle yesterday that pumped here to the upside after that tweet, you know, so that was alone here from the bottom of the candle, that was 77.6% to the upside. So, and if you compare it to today, like with the high point, 82% in the last 24 hours. So this is insane for a protocol like that to pump like this, you know. So Uniswap is not a coin that I would be entering right now anymore because it's just too high, you know. So this has to come down. A good level. So let me actually go to a weekly chart. Let me put it this way. If Uni could swap here, sorry, now I lost the word that I was looking for. So if Uni can flip here $12.20 today and keep pushing here to the upside, then I might be starting to add a little bit, yeah, to open a small long position here, really, really tiny. Because afterwards here, based on the weekly chart, the next level that we could pump to could be all the way up here to like $18.70. So this is, of course, not the same jump like from $7 to $12, which is almost 100%, you know. So, but still, this is like also a 52% move here. So if you trade this only with 10x, it's enough. You make 5x on your money, you know, take it and run, you know. So, but I believe based on what they just announced yesterday, this will run back potentially over the next 2 months really quickly to the all-time high, especially if they approve that implementation for Uniswap. I think once that proposal is done and dusted and they approved it, and it's highly likely that they are going to, that's why the price pumped so crazy, it will pump again, you know, so, and then potentially another 50%. So that's why I'm looking at this level. So if we are failing to claim that level today and see a little bit of continuation, then the next level where I would like to buy it is around $8. Yeah, $8.04, because this is just a massive, massive candle, and this will most likely then just fizzle out and over the next couple of days retrace to like $8. And that's also absolutely fine. So maybe we will find some support here around $9.81. That would be another level where I would be DCAing into this, also on spot, you know, so you can also just trade this on spot. So these are my DCA levels for a long position. Of course, here just a tiny little bit, here a little bit more, and here I would go crazy to add at that level, because to $18.70, that is over 100% then to the upside. And that can happen really, really quick. So then DYDX, also a layer 2 exchange. This is, of course, also pumping, you know, so because within the decentralized DEXs, there is this rotation already happening right now. You know, yesterday was going a lot of money into Uniswap. People that were taking profit are rotating this money over now into other projects on other DEX protocols like DYDX, you know, so, and other layer 2s. So that's why you see that pump here. We are getting close to the golden ratio here. So also here, I would be not looking right now to long this. Only if we would flip here the golden ratio, and then I would be looking to long this. Otherwise, also retracement, $3.50. That would be the next level from where I would take a position in this. And in between, you do basically nothing. Then here, RV also pumping because of that move here yesterday. It also, I don't know, this moved like 20% almost here to the highest, 16%. And yeah, So the next coins that I believe are going to pump, once that rotation is done, I think there are other layer 2s where the money will go to. For example, here Optimism is one of them that I believe where the money will flow into. Then 1 inch has already a small pump here. SNX is another one that's pumping here right now, but that just started, so that pump. So in my opinion, so here you have here a small cup and handle. If you look at this here, cup, handle, breakout. So if you get a retest of $3.70.75, take it, enter there, or even $3.83. I would take it and enter there because the upside target here for this cup and handle is around $4.65. So that is like almost a 20% move here also, 25% move to the upside. So of course not from current prices. Current prices would be like 17%, but this is still a nice move to the upside here. So, and would it be an all-time high for SNX? I'm not sure. No. So this was also way higher at some point. So this was like $29, yeah. So this is also, wait a second. So this actually might break back then into bull market territory. And I would potentially hold this as a swing trade afterwards. So if you get in now or at $3.83 and it breaks $4.50 and it stays above that, I would hold this position through the whole bull market. So because 10x leverage on this, I'm going to show it to you here. And it goes only back to the all-time high. You make 55 times the money that you put in. So put in $10,000, you make $550,000 on that trade. So yeah, so that is definitely a position that I would be holding if we break that level. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. So otherwise, other projects that I'm looking at, definitely LDO. So I think that will run really quick to $4 at some point. Then INJ, can we also profit from this? FDM is another one. And the other one that I'm looking at is Arbitrum is one that I'm looking at. Celestia and Aptos. So these are the coins that I'm looking at right now. And I'm going to make a video tomorrow about this, where I'm going to enter all these coins and what I'm actually waiting for. So, and like I promised to you guys, I'm going to give you now the strategy that I'm using to enter trades like this here, so now you have to understand this doesn't work all the time, so you have sometimes some misfires. So, but if I see here an upward sloping trend, so and the trend is not broken, and we are forming here an ascending triangle, more or less, so then you're waiting either for, if you're risk adverse, for the price coming closer to the bottom of this upward sloping trend line and enter here for a long position and have a tight stop loss at the previous low. So the stop loss would be like here. So it's really tight. Or you enter at the breakout and then here this red candle here becomes your stop loss, so and then you just measure here the potential target. And you see here, it's almost $15. So that is also like a 20% move to the upside here for Uniswap. See here, almost 20%. So that is how I enter these trades. I'm looking always for chart patterns that are occurring on lower time frames to see if there's more continuation happening based on consolidation that I see on lower time frames. And also I look at the indicators. So here, stochastic is about to bottom out and to go here again to the upside. The RSI is here also slightly pointing to the upside. Only MACD has here to show some strength when it comes to fading out selling pressure. Once that is happening, you might see that push here within the ascending triangle with a potential breakout to the upside. So that's how I'm trading coins that are technically already overbought, but based on shorter time frames like 5, 15, 30 minutes, could still keep going to the upside. So that's how I'm doing it. Guys, I hope you learned a little bit here and potentially have caught some of the trades that were pumping here like crazy, even without a video. And otherwise, guys, I'm going to see you again tomorrow with all these other coins that I just mentioned. So make sure that you smash off the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you then again tomorrow.